Hey guys, so I want to talk about my journey with my autoimmune disease and explain how I turned my pain into a passion. I realize a lot of people don't really know my full story, and I really want to share it with people so that they can understand that there is a better way to go about autoimmune diseases than conventional medicine. So, going all the way back to when I was a child, definitely didn't eat super healthy, ate the conventional standard American diet, processed foods and just eating whatever was on the dinner table. And I had a lot of health issues growing up. Like, I was diagnosed with asthma. I had digestive issues all the time. I had serious lung problems. I had pneumonia multiple times and always just had chronic bronchitis and things like that. And I was just always a really sick kid. And then as I got older, got into high school, started getting into fitness, got into competitive weightlifting, got into Muay Thai kickboxing, and that's when I started to really see how much exercise could impact your health. And I started to see some differences, and I started reading more about diet and kind of slowly transition into that type of bodybuilder diet, lots of lean chicken and rice and whey protein, and still consuming dairy and things like that. But as time went on, getting into being almost 20, I started getting even sicker and sicker in different ways. And I was really confused. I thought I was eating a pretty healthy diet, but as time went on, my hair started falling out more. I was fatigued all the time, just had no energy, didn't matter how much I slept, woke up tired, just tired all day. I started getting really bad heart palpitations. My heart would just randomly speed up, which was super scary for me. I didn't know what was going on. It would just be random. I had serious anxiety, a lot of depression, and digestive issues again. And so I started trying to figure out, okay, there's some disconnect here. Like, I would go to the doctor's office and I would be told my blood work was normal. Every single time they would tell me my blood work was normal. And I was just spending money all the time going to the doctor, like, someone please help me, and just never got any answers. So with that frustration, it caused me to go even deeper into listening to podcasts, reading books, going even further into diet, trying all these different things like ketogenic diets and vegan diets and all of those fad diets. But it wasn't until I actually wound up in the hospital. My heart was beating probably like 180 in the middle of the night, and I thought I was having a heart attack and went to the hospital. I wound up being admitted for over a week. They did an exploratory heart surgery on me because they needed to make sure there was no electrical issues in my heart, because that's what conventional medicine will say that they have to do first. I had begged them to please check my thyroid, to please check other things first. They kept telling me, you're crazy, that's not gonna cause these heart issues. So they went ahead and did the surgery. They found nothing wrong. I mean, they had to go in through the major arteries in my legs, go up and connect to my heart. Basically, they pump you with a bunch of drugs and stimulate your heart to see if there's any electrical issues. None were found, and I came out with an over $100,000 medical bill. So that was the last straw for me. I mean, I was like, I will never, ever go to another conventional doctor again about this. Like, I have to go to someone who is alternative and more natural. Like, I need something different. So that sent me down that road, and I am so happy that I did it, because the very first person that I found was the person who diagnosed me with my autoimmune disease. And immediately after changing my diet to the proper diet for my body based upon food sensitivity testing in a combination of an autoimmune protocol, basically most of my symptoms disappeared. And not immediately, I mean, this stuff takes time, but no more heart palpitations. I actually got my period back. I didn't have a menstrual cycle for like 3 years, which is crazy. And slowly things were getting better and better. And so yeah, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and that was the start to my health journey. And when I had figured that out, I was working in healthcare administration. That is my original degree from the University of Central Florida that I have. And I said, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm working on the side of medicine and healthcare where we're pushing insurance, we're pushing conventional medicine, and we're pushing to take money from people and just keep them sick. We're not teaching them about diet. We're not teaching them about stress management and exercise and proper supplementation and how to reverse diseases. We're teaching them that we're only going to treat them when a diagnosis comes up on their lab work. That most of the time they don't even find those proper diagnoses until the things are really bad. So realizing all of this, it just forced me to become so passionate about wanting to share what I learned with other people. So I started going back to school immediately. I quit my job in corporate, and I went back to bartending and serving just because I needed something part-time that would allow me to go back to school. So I went back to school and studied anatomy and physiology and biochemistry, and didn't really know where I was going to take it, and just kept studying for a few years. I wound up doing a lot of scientific research at a few different laboratories in Florida, and eventually I got accepted into medical school. I actually went to medical school for a little bit, for about 7 months, before deciding this also isn't right for me. Like, this still isn't the right fit. And then I became a certified diagnostic nutritional practitioner, and that is where I am today. But backing up a little bit on my health journey, it didn't just stop at changing my diet, and it didn't just stop at being diagnosed. It went on much further. I mean, I wound up becoming diagnosed having heavy metal toxicity, and went through heavy metal chelation for over a year, so chelation therapy with IV therapy. I did have breast implants that, if you don't know what breast implant illness is, it's a very big movement right now, where women are standing up saying that their autoimmune disease or their chronic illnesses are linked to their breast implants. And I had those. I said, I have to get these things out of me. So I recently got those out as well as part of my healing journey. I found that I had mold toxicity at one point. Mold is a big thing that causes chronic illness. So functional lab testing played a really big part in my journey, in addition to all of the other things that I know helped, like my diet, proper movement for my body, getting out in nature, getting out in sunlight, healing trauma, healing any kind of emotional things going on, and using functional medicine in these labs that can show if you have heavy metals, show if you have mold, show your hormonal imbalances, look at your digestion and things like that, food sensitivities, and using that in conjunction with these holistic protocols. That is what really set me on my complete healing journey and reversing basically all of my autoimmune symptoms. And that is what I do today in my practice, is I help women with autoimmune diseases, and we do exactly what I went through in a much shorter amount of time. I spent years, 4+ years, trying to figure this stuff out myself, trying to piece my body back together, because there was no roadmap for me. So knowing all that I know now, and going through all the education that I did and the personal experience, I now am capable of helping other people, navigate this crazy world, because now we just have this information that's overflowing online, and you don't really know where to turn to, you don't really know what to do. And if you're going to a conventional doctor, they're probably telling you that there's nothing wrong with you, your blood work is normal, or sorry, we've got to give you some sort of immunosuppressant drug for the rest of your life, and that's how it's going to be. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not how it has to be. And I'm so passionate about showing other people how to heal and helping them heal naturally. And so, like I said, as soon as I got diagnosed with my autoimmune disease, I started saying a mantra to myself, which was, I'm here to heal myself so that then I can heal others or help others heal. So I just wanted to share my story with everyone. And if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I help people with autoimmune diseases now and other chronic illnesses. So if you or a loved one needs any help in any kind of way, reach out to me.